Hi, welcome back to the Fastpitch Coaching College. In this video, I wanted to talk about how our hands come through the zone. I know that you guys have probably been waiting for this bit, the part where we actually hit the ball. And I call this step slap the arse. And I want you to think about this, and I've copped a fair bit of criticism over the title, but you know what? Nobody's ever forgotten the title. So there is a method to the madness. Nobody has ever forgotten this title. It is one of the most key things that we must do when we hit. Too many hitters do it backwards. So slap the arse, I don't care, tell me off till the cows come home, I don't mind, because at the end of the day, if that means you're going to remember it in your way and do it, then I've done my job. So a lot of hitters tend to hit with their front arm, okay, and extend that front arm really early. Think about this, if we were and this is the reason why I think I came up with this, is imagine trying to hit someone on the arse. If you got a brother or a sister, your wife, even your husband, I'm not sure how that will go down, but we'll see, or even just an arse, a donkey's arse, okay, a horse's arse. If you were trying to hit it, and I'm right-handed, and I was in my batting position and I was trying to hit that, how would I do it to create the biggest amount of pain I could inflict? I wouldn't do it like this, would I? I would do it like this. And the key thing to understand here is that if I was going to slap someone on the ass, I'm not doing all this, because that's not going to leave a handprint where it's all purple and stuff on their ass. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. I'm giving it everything I've got, and you can see the volition in the way I swing my hand. Okay, now when we put our bat in our hands, now can you see how this works? So now from here, if we were to take this hand to the ball, our body stays closed. Let me show you. So one hand hitting. You see how now I'm looking, my belly button's to the ball, on the inside, on the outside, down a can, my body's always closed and on a ball. If I swing with the other hand, what tends to happen is I have to extend this hand. Now I'm holding the bat at the bottom next to the knob in both cases. Nothing's different. So from here, see how I have to extend my arm? So look what's happening, I'm pulling off the ball. Okay, an outside pitch. Okay, see the angle of the bat? I don't have any power here. On the inside, I have to move, literally move my body to hit the ball. Down the middle. Do it again with the top hand. Right at the bottom of the bat. Outside. Inside. Down the middle. And you notice that I'm coming down through the zone on an angle. So what that does for us is allows us to hit the ball with backspin and extend both hands on the ball. Really important that we understand that it allows us to extend both hands, not one, but both hands on a ball. Really important that we get that, because so many hitters are extending their front hand and they're literally moving their body. If I'm doing it from side on, they're literally going like this and they're making space for their body to come through. Even with our knuckles straight, I watched a video the other day of a young lad who was hitting in his part of the Australian under-19 squad, and he literally does this. He gets into here, he straightens that back elbow, that front elbow, and he does this. And he's wondering why he's hooking the ball. If you're hooking the ball, it's more than likely the focus is on the left hand going to the ball. If you've ever heard of knob to the ball, I used to teach that until I learned this. Knob to the ball was just all I knew. And that is here, the knob of the bat to the ball. And if you notice that what happens is if our knob of the bat goes to the ball, we extend our left arm first, our front arm first, and then our hitting hand. This is a hitting hand, which means this hand will extend first. Now I say it first, but ultimately what happens is they both extend at the same time. Every time, at the same time. Both hands at the same time. Inside, same time. Outside, same time. Down the middle, same time. Every time, without fail, this happens. So that's everything up in the zone. We come through, we hit it with backspin, and that's how you practice it. One hand hitting. Hit whiffles with one hand and allow the pitcher, the thrower, to throw it outside, stay closed and hit it. Load up, everything load up, bang, and hit it with backspin. Hit it with backspin. Every time. Now, that's everything up in the zone. How do we take care of the low stuff? Same thing. We're going to drop the head of the bat. Here, drop the head of the bat. And what we're doing here is we're getting under it, and if you could see here, the angle of my bat when I make contact, it's facing up, which means we're going to be able to lift that sucker out of here. We're going to lift that straight through the zone, straight through the middle of the zone, the middle of the field if we want to. We're going to have control. Now if we do this with both hands, you'll see that both hands are still extending at the same time. Every time. And isn't that what we want? Our power hand is behind the ball in every single instance, not in front of the ball, which is what happens when we do this. My hand is in front of the point of contact. When I swing with this hand and allow both of them to come, my hand is behind the point of contact. Look at it again. Here. My power hand is behind the point of contact, which means we have more control, more power. We're going to hit the ball with more volition, and the power that we're going to have, and what this does is, it doesn't just give you power, it makes your hands faster, because your hands will come through the zone so much quicker, because your body won't have to make space for your hands that you've done probably your whole career. So slap the arse, big key. Another drill that I really want to make sure that we hit this one on the mark. Another drill that you can do is stand here like this and catch whiffles. Make sure we catch the top of the ball every time. So just get the thrower to throw it up in the zone and catch the ball. Don't do this with your left hand. I think it's silly. It's a bit old school, and things have changed. Remember I said to you in the previous videos, pitchers are throwing harder than they ever have on a more consistent basis now. So we need to step it up as hitters to be able to make sure that we're getting it. Now you're not going to get that when you're doing this, because you're extending your hands and your hands are behind the point of contact every time. Where if we're catching the ball here and watch the angle, when the ball gets thrown, we're coming down on the ball here. This is a key thing. Throw it outside and you'll see that we're still coming down on the ball, okay? And I'm close to where the ball is. When it's inside, bang, I'm catching it here. Inside again, there. If it's fat, here. If it's outside, here. Notice I'm closed, and notice I'm coming down through the zone. So when the ball comes up, we're hitting it down. When the ball comes down, we're hitting it up. We're meeting the ball on its trajectory that it's coming at us, not trying to do something with it that we can't do. So if it's up, trying to hit it out of here like this, how many times are you going to hit a riser like that that's coming at you at 125, 130 clicks, which is what's the average pitcher throwing now? The average pitcher is throwing anywhere between 120 and 130 at the top level. And this is relevant to every single grade. So if you're a hitter that's hitting at your local club level, you've got pitchers that are throwing hard for you and your level at your home clubs. So it's relevant to your hitting style. If you're playing at the highest levels, it's exactly the same. Only difference is they're throwing harder for your level of hitting. So they're throwing upwards of 120, 130 clicks. And you've got to catch up with that. So keep it simple. If it's up, hit it down. If it's down, hit it up. That is my key for you. So slap the arse. It's really important that we understand that. Literally, not here, there. Come through the zone on an angle. We're not here. We want there. So I hope you got everything you needed out of that video. I trust that if you have any questions, because this one here probably challenged you a little bit, it challenged the beliefs that you've had for so long about hitting. I would love to answer any questions or any objections you guys have to this, because I know it works. I've seen it work from under 12s level to international level. I've seen it work. I know it works, and everything in between. I've seen it work. I know it works. We adopted this hitting program with the under 17 girls when we took over, that scored 42 runs the year before we took over, and in the year before that, they scored 43. What they did before that, I don't know. But the basic core group was in both teams. When we took over, they scored 118 at the same tournament with better pitching. So what I'm saying is that this works. I felt like maybe you needed the numbers, I don't know. But for me, I know it works. It's worked for my career, it's worked for hitters that I've coached, it's worked for so many different people, and it continues to do it. I now have other coaches in different states teaching the same thing, and it's working for them. People that had never hit home runs in their lives are hitting home runs. People that were never able to adjust to change-ups are hitting change-ups, and they're hitting them the other way, which means they're in control. They're not just hooking the ball and getting beaten by pace because it's too slow. They're adjusted and gone bang the other way, full value. So I hope that answers any objections. However, if you have more, if you have any questions, if you want any more drills, post them on the page and let's have a discussion about it. I'll see you on the next video.